Good morning to you. Good morning to you. We're all in our places with bright, shiny faces. Good morning to you. Alright, so this morning we're going to be reading Genesis chapter 3 out of the Complete Jewish Bible by David Stern. Actually, I got to meet one time. And this is my son David. Yep. So, now the serpent was more crafty than any wild animal which Adonai God had made. He said to the woman, it's tricky, you gotta now see, this is why you gotta know what God says. And God told them not to eat out of this tree. And listen to what the devil says. Did God really say you're not to eat from the tree in the garden? It's almost like, a lot of people tell me, oh, did God really say there shouldn't be homosexuality? Or did God really say, there shouldn't be, I don't know. Oh, that God really made the earth in 6 days and everything in it? Yeah, He did. Okay? Yes, that's what He said. The woman answered the serpent, we may eat from the fruit of the trees of the garden, but about the fruit of the tree in the middle of the garden, God said, you are neither to eat from it nor touch it, or you will die. The serpent said to the woman, it is not true that you will surely die, because God knows that on the day you eat from it, your eyes will be open, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil. When the woman saw the tree was good for food, that it had some of its fruit, and ate. She had some of its fruit and ate. She also gave some to her husband, who was with her, and he ate. Then the eyes of both of them were open, and they realized that they were naked. So they sewed fig leaves together to make themselves loincloths. So, we question God really so that we can do what we want to do. And sometimes people influence us to do that. They heard the voice of Adonai God walking in the garden at the time of the evening breeze. So the man and his wife hid themselves from the presence of Adonai God among the trees in the garden. Adonai God called to the man, where are you? He answered, I heard your voice in the garden, and I was afraid, because I was naked and I hid myself. He said, who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten from the tree that which I ordered you not to eat? The man replied, the woman you gave with me, she gave me fruit from the tree, and I ate. Adonai God said to the woman, what is this you have done? The woman answered, the serpent tricked me, so I ate. So everybody's blaming everybody else. And you know what? The serpent blames God. So, how often do we blame God, I think, in our own lives for things? Oh, God did this to me, or God did that to me. And so then you feel like vindicated and feel like you can do what you want. Huh. We don't want to do that, huh? Adonai God said to the serpent, because you have done this, you are cursed more than all livestock and wild animals. You will crawl on your belly and eat dust as long as you live. I will put animosity between you and the woman, and between your descendants and her descendants. He will bruise your head, and you will bruise his heel. The woman, he said, I will greatly increase your pain in childbirth. You will bring forth children in pain. Your desire will be toward your husband, and he will rule over you. To Adam he said, because you listened to what your wife said and ate from the tree, about which I gave you the order, you are not to eat from it. The ground is cursed on your account, and you will work hard to eat from it as long as you live. It will produce thorns and thistles for you, and you will eat field plants. You will eat bread by the sweat of your forehead till you return to the ground, for you were taken out of it, and you are dust, and you will return to dust. The man called his wife Hava, life, because she was the mother of all living. Adonai God made garments of skin for Adam and his wife and clothed them. So God had to kill an animal to give clothes. There had to be blood, had to be shed for their sins. So you see, this is the first time that blood is shed for the sins of man. God cannot be in covenant. He cannot be with us. He cannot be a part of our life unless there's blood shed. Alright? For our sins. Sin equals death. Something has to die and shed its blood for our sins. Adonai God said, "See, the man has become like one of us, knowing good and evil. Now to prevent his putting out his hand and taking also from the tree of life, eating and living forever. Therefore Adonai God sent him out of the Garden of Eden to cultivate the ground which he was taken. So he drove man out, and he placed at the east of the Garden of Eden the Cherubian, a flaming sword, which turned in every direction to guard the way of the tree of life." Bum, bum, bum. So there we have bloodshed for our sins. We have people being tricked, sin against God. Really, we justify ourselves. We manipulate situations to get what we want. And we should just obey God. Well, shalom. Have a great day.